Namaste, greetings my beautiful, beautiful souls. I have such an incredible spread for you. I call it Me, Myself and I, but it's too not like deep enough name, because this will help you understand what you are dealing with. You are dealing with all the aspects of why you are dealing with. What is the advice? Why is it happening? Incredible work of several tarot readers. And this is a spread, 7 cards. And you will see yourself how much information you can get out of this reading. First question, what do I feel right now? Of course, you can tell me, you know what, I know what I feel right now. You'd be surprised, because most of the time we run away from ourselves in everyday routine, in everyday things we do in everyday life, so we don't have to face ourselves. What do I feel now? Question number 2. What thoughts give me such emotions? You have to understand, and it's written in my book also, that thoughts, they are not yours. The thoughts come from outside. That's why there is expression, you are not your thoughts. So if you're thinking, I am worthless, it's not your thoughts, because your soul knows who you are and what you are. Number 3, what situation in my life provoke such things in me, provoke this condition which I am right now? Number 4, what is hidden in my subconscious? Number 5, what I don't not want to accept in myself. The spiritual teachers say incredible things, and one of the biggest thing any spiritual teacher will tell you is this: accept your shadow. You, all of us, angels and demons, all of us, light and shadow, and accepting your shadow is one of the steps in becoming spiritually awakened. So number 5, what I don't want to accept in myself, I fight it. Number 6, what am I trying to run away from? I am trying to run away from it. What is it? And number 7, the advice. You see, this is absolutely beautiful. So let us see what is there. I am using the deck, which is called the Wheel of the Year. Beautiful, but I'm holding it upside down. Beautiful, beautiful deck. So, asking the spirits of fire, earth, air, and water, the guides, the keepers, the guardians, to give us the answers to our questions. To my forehead, to my mouth, to my heart. And this is my new practice, holding it with right hand. And with the left hand, it's considered that I am more connected this way to the... See, I'm moving everything. This way I am more connected to my subconscious and my psychic self. First card, what do I feel right now? Second, what thoughts give me such emotions? Third, what situations provoke such things? Fourth, what is hidden in subconscious? Fifth, what I do not want to accept in myself, I fight it. 6, what am I trying to run away from? And we're going to put this in the middle, the advice. Let me put it right here. So let us go straight to our reading. What do I feel now? Fight, 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 fight. What do you feel right now? Is the 5 of Wands. You see these two people who are fighting with each other. So of course you are feeling like you have to fight for what you consider right. You have to fight for what you want. It feels like everything in your life does not come easy, that you have to actually this is exactly how I say it. I say I have to break through the concrete wall with my head. And if you break down one wall, and after you break it, there is another one. So why you feel like this right now is because you feel like you have to fight for everything, and it feels like the world is on your shoulder. It feels like you a lot like you see this, there is a competitor here, right? So if you want something, there is always something which wants you not to have it. It can be life circumstances, it can be people who don't want, for example, a very simple example, you want to be a musician and or a psychologist. Your parents tell you, or your husband tells you, you know what, no, this is not going to give you no money, and you're saying, you know what, it's my calling. I want to work with teenagers which have problems so they can have in the future happy, successful life in peace with themselves. But they tell you, you know what, it's not going to bring you no money. So why you feel like you feel right now, it's because you feel you constantly have to fight with someone who does not agree with you, and you feel like you need to prove something to them. And also lots of people who try to argue with you, lots of people who try, you have to protect, you have to like stand up for yourself, stand up for what you believe in, stand up for your moral principles, for your ideas. Probably you are this white sheep, in a family. Your family tells you have to live according to 8th century dogmas, and you understand it's all nonsense. So it can be connected with all kinds of your situations in life. It could be people are criticizing you, you are constantly have to fight for money, for place, for position in work, for paying bills, for your children, for everything and anything. And if you learn something, nothing comes easy, nothing comes easy to you, and you are just tired of that. So this is why you feel this way, how you feel. Let's see what thoughts give you such emotions. Okay, look at this. What thoughts give you such emotion? I am a sacrificial sheep. The thoughts which give you this emotion: I am a hangman. I do not have absolutely no choices over nothing. I am non-capable of doing absolutely anything because I am just hanging right here. I am a victim. I feel sorry for myself. I am powerless. I am helplessness. I am worthless. I can't do absolutely nothing. Nothing depends on me. I just have to follow and do what they tell me to do. Also, this is very often, of course, we're doing general reading here, and where I don't do the love relationship, but very often I'll look at the cards around, because very often what happens is hangman is you are waiting for some guy to and here you can continue for eternity, to divorce, to act, to understand that you're the best thing in his life, to commit, to come, to become softer, to change. In one word, to change. You feel powerless because you've been already in this condition for a long time, and so this situation can be connected with your love and relationship, but I am trying to do the general, but what thoughts give you these emotions is that I can't do what I want. I must sacrifice. Please just understand, never sacrifice yourself, because this sacrifice leads you nowhere. You always lose when you sacrifice. The only time when this card is good, the only time when this card is positive is when you are starting, you are in school. You have to study for this 5-6 years in order to get your diploma and in order to have your profession of your dreams. This is the only time when you have to sacrifice yourself, your time to study to get your diploma. Everything else beside studying, hangman is not working. So it's a crisis. You're sacrificing your thoughts, your ideas, you are melting in other people. You're this good girl for everyone. You're stuck. You are in a dead end. You want changes, but the problem is that you want changes coming from probably someone else, from another person, and not from yourself. But let's look at other cards. So of course, thoughts of I want changes, but I cannot do nothing. You can be apathic, you can be depressed, you can be sad, but you keep, or someone keeps you hanging on. Because if we look at this two cards, we have you fighting, and at the same time you're sacrificing yourself while fighting. What situation provokes this condition? Okay, card number 3. What situation provokes this condition? What situation is some... Look how... Who do you see here? You see here a man. You see here a man with a body. So look at this. If we put these cards together, you know what happens? I already told you. When you do the spread, please look at the cards together always, because they are helping, and they are helping you understand the whole picture. It's like whole painting. We are having 5th house, sun in 5th house. Right here we have the sun, so we probably have a guy in this deck. The sun is depicted as the man, but a man who has the deer's head. So a man who is beautiful, but at the same time not very, how to say, very sensitive and very capable to feel and understand. So what situation provoke this condition of yours? We see the sun, but the sun card we see next to hangman and next to 5 of Pentacles, and here we have shadowy a version of the sun. So we are having we are dealing with a man. So there is unfortunately a man still as a reason of this all, a man for whom success and position means a lot. So-called status quo means a lot. For him, triumph is everything. But the problem is also situation-wise, your hopes and your fight and your hopes and the condition of a hangman is connected with this card. You see how we are not even doing here the reading about love and relationship. We are doing the reading which called me, myself, and I. understanding what do I feel, why do I feel it, what situation, what do I need to do, and still we get the cards showing us that our issues in life are connected with a man. What is negative here? I just want you to understand one very important thing, my beautiful queens, that you, of course, does not mean that you are dust at the feet of a man. All of you are. But if you are, even if you are, doing your thing, living your life, but still, you are still, everything in your life is, how to tell you quickly and fast. When you joy, when you're feeling good or you're feeling bad, you're feeling happy or you're feeling not happy, you're feeling great or you're feeling miserable, connected to one particular man, you are a slave of this man. The same with friends, the same with anyone. It's how he controls you. So if your happiness and well-being depend on someone, not particularly a man, means that someone has you on the hook. They might know about it, they might not. But if your well-being, spiritual or mental or emotional, depends on someone, that someone has you as his slave. So right here, even in just 3 cards, we see that your thoughts, that you are feeling good or feeling bad, feeling high or low, depends on this man. Okay, and of course he's the sun to himself, and of course he's very bright, of course he's very charismatic, but with such cards, it's so-called shadowy sun. So he keeps you hanging on, and you hope that his sun is gonna melt the ice which is keeping you locked in your hangman position. This is very oracle card, very talkative. Now, what is hidden in your subconscious? Look at this. I mean, I did not do this spread for love relationship, right? What is hidden in your subconscious? A man who is walking away. And look at all this together. I did this spread with an idea, me, myself, and I. And what are we having here? We're still having you. Your entire life is evolving around this guy. So what is hidden in your subconscious is the fear that he will walk away. So you keep yourself hanging and fighting and hanging and fighting and hanging, because there is a fear. You sacrifice yourself constantly, hoping that he's gonna melt this ice, because you are terrified, and this is hidden in subconscious. So what is happening here? Of course, I can swear that I am describing right now, I don't say 100% of those of you who are watching it now, but I can sense that I am describing to the T. These some of your stories I'm describing exactly if you were sitting in front of me. My question to you is how long you are going to be hanging out there. Because this sun with such cards, what is the sun signs? Of course, Leo, but it could be Aries or Sagittarius. But with such cards, he is shining only to himself, and sometimes once in a while giving you a little ray of the sun. Okay, a little bit. And of course, it can be any zodiac sign, because we all have something in the sun and something in the moon. And you are terrified that he's gonna be walking away if you stop fighting and stop sacrificing yourself, because look at him, he is perfectly fine by himself. He is center, he is the center of his own universe. I have to tell you that a Leo man in shadow, Leo men unfortunately do have this: I am a king of the world, I'm a center of the universe, I am, come and worship me. Because you see the man here in classical deck, you will see the sun card. You will have a horse and a baby on the horse. This is more of an oracle deck, so you don't see the baby here. You see here a man with horns on his head, stubborn and sitting in his beautiful body, worshiping himself in his own shine, in the meditation position. So he's shining for himself, unfortunately not shining for you, but he's so bright that you are scared. You think that he's the brightest sun in your life, that you will not find someone like him, that you must do everything possible to not let him walk away. But there is a problem. You know that this card is also called eclipse, sun eclipse. There is quite a lot of time you've been doing it, because we are having the cards of the time here. We are having Hangman. And the time has come for you to understand that either you keep on hanging and sacrificing yourself in fear, he's going to walk away, throw everything to his feet, or you do something about it. Let's look at the other cards. What you don't want to accept in yourself, you are fighting it. Zero Arcana. Zero Arcana is the Fool, and this is nothing else but your inner child, your pure inner child. You are fighting inner child in yourself. This is such a humongous message for you. We all come from our childhood. We all have this childhood traumas. We could be dealing with neglect. We could be dealing with denial. We could be dealing with coldness. We could be dealing with critiques. Some of us could have been dealing with abuse, psychological, physical, or all together. And we killed and suppressed that inner child. When a lot of techniques there are on YouTube, please go there. Healing inner child, healing inner child. You have to be brave to go and look in the eyes of your inner child and embrace that child and heal the wounds of that little girl or little boy, if you are a man, who is still out there. You're so terrified to be open, to be happy. Do you understand that you have forgiven yourself? This is unbelievable. I couldn't even imagine that we're gonna get such deep messages, such incredibly deep messages in this reading. Do you understand and realize that you have forbidden yourself? You are afraid to be childlike. You are afraid that someone will see you that as a child, like an infantile. You have forbidden yourself to be happy. You believe that you must work, fight, and sacrifice. Work, fight, and sacrifice. And you believe the more you work, fight, and sacrifice, the more chances you have to deserve. You are trying to deserve the love of this guy, so he's not gonna walk away. Because when you were a little girl, you probably were trying to deserve the love of your father, thinking that if you do deserve it, he's not gonna walk away. But he did probably walk away, or he never was there for you. This is wrong. You cannot deserve love. You can spend years. You can grow the wings and fly. You can fly to the moon and back, fly to the Mars and back. You cannot deserve love. And you forbid yourself to be happy. You believe that you are not worthy. You believe that you have nothing to be loved for. Please get yourself my book. Just get yourself this on Amazon and read. This is the story where you're gonna see yourself. Do you understand what I mean? You forbid yourself. You don't believe that you can be just loved for yourself because it's based on your childhood. This is, you don't want to accept it. You are fighting it. Oh, such a deep, I could be talking about it. It's like anything childlike and sincere and pure and joyful and happy, you just know, you believe you must fight, you must work, you must sacrifice, and then make everyone happy, and then they're gonna love you. No, it's not how it's working. Until you allow yourself to feel this love deep inside, until you allow yourself to be happy, to come in the morning outside and say under the sun, I allow myself to heal. I let myself to be happy. I let myself to feel joy. You forbid. You don't want to accept it. You fighting it. Card number 6. What are you trying to run away from? Oh boy. Look at this. I mean, this deck. Unbelievable. Look at this card. What are you trying to run away from? Look, a mother and a sick child. 8 of Swords. You are afraid to recover. The 8 of Swords looks like a blindfolded woman surrounded by the swords in the classical deck. Here we are having a sick child and a mother. This is what you were missing. Unfortunately, I don't know what was the situation with your mother when you were little. But this is one of what it was. You probably liked to be sick when you were little, because then mom would give you some attention. Mom would sit next to you and mom would then give you some love. But if we take all these cards together, what you are trying to run from is simple. You are trying to run from that fact that this is also a symbol, this sick child, of your relationship with this man right here. This is a symbol that you think as long as you stay next to this child, and child is the significator of your relationship with that man, you cannot walk away, because he is gonna die without you. It's again sacrifice. Another card of sacrifice. Card of sacrifice. Card of sacrifice. Card of sacrifice, otherwise he's gonna walk away from me. Card of fight and sacrifice. Let me show you this card in the classical deck. Right here. This is 8 of Swords in this deck. You're running away from it. You're running away to admit that this son is not gonna do anything. You're running away from that fact that you were denying yourself love and joy. You forbid yourself love and joy. You are running away from that fact that you believe truly and fully that you have nothing to be loved for. Truly, you don't believe in it. You believe that love must be deserved and love is a sacrifice. Somehow this is stuck in your head, because both position, what you do not want to accept in yourself, and number 6 card, what are you trying to run away from? And you're running away from all this. Advice, the last card. The last card is right here. Advice Hierophant. You are a very ancient soul and a teacher by nature. This is you, and this man has come to get the healing from you. This traveler, he was traveling far away, and he came to because you see Hierophant here surrounded by the nature. This traveler has come to get advice because his body is exhausted and his soul. This is advice to you, that you are someone who give to everyone who comes to you, but absolutely and flatly refuse to give it to yourself. This is a card of awakened. This is a card of highly developed soul. The card of wisdom. And someone who can close eyes and ask the wind to blow, and the wind will blow. You're giving to everyone, and people come to you, and you give them healing, and you give them love, and you give them understanding, and you give them attention, and you give them good advice, and you do this and this and this and this. But you somehow, you have to imagine that this is you, and this is you as well. Advice, come to your higher self, like this man right here, and get the truth and the advice and the healing from your higher self in the realm of spirits. I already explained, we all live in 2 realms. Destiny of Soul book. And finally heal and finally see who you are. A Hierophant, a high priest, and not someone who has to do this in order to, in fear that someone will walk away. Meet yourself and meet your inner power and wisdom. This is advice for you. Oh, a lot of energy of this reading. I hope it was helpful and you got your answers. Namaste.